When you picture a deer, what do you see? Graceful leaps through a forest, majestic antlers against a misty morning. These iconic animals are more than just beautiful. They're the product of an incredible 40-million-year evolutionary journey, from tiny, forest-dwelling creatures to the diverse species we know today. The story of the deer is a masterclass in adaptation, survival, and resilience. So, how did they become the rulers of forests, grasslands, and mountains worldwide? Let's travel back in time and uncover the secrets behind the evolution of deer. Our story begins in the Eocene epoch, around 40 million years ago. Forget the large, antlered deer you're imagining. Their earliest ancestors were small, almost dog-sized herbivores, scurrying through dense, subtropical forests. These primitive ruminants, the very first of their kind, were built for a different world. They had slender legs, not for long-distance running, but for quick, agile movements to escape the predators lurking in the undergrowth. Their teeth weren't made for tough grasses, but were perfectly specialized for browsing on soft leaves, fruits, and tender shoots. They didn't have their primary defense was to simply disappear into the foliage. These humble creatures were the foundation, the blueprint from which the entire deer family, the Cervidae, would eventually emerge. They were the pioneers, taking the first evolutionary steps that would lead to one of the most successful mammal families on the planet. Fast forward to the Miocene epoch, about 20 million years ago. The world was changing. Forests were giving way to more open grasslands, and our deer ancestors had to change with it. This is when we start to see the emergence of true deer in the fossil record. These weren't the tiny, shy creatures of the Eocene anymore. Fossils show animals with longer, more powerful legs, an adaptation for running faster and further across these new, open landscapes. Their teeth also evolved, becoming more robust and versatile, allowing them to switch between soft leaves in the forests and tougher grasses on the plains. This dietary flexibility was, again, it meant they could colonize a much wider range of habitats, a key factor in their subsequent success. The evolutionary pressures were immense. With fewer places to hide, speed and endurance became critical for survival. This was the era that set the stage for one of the deer's most defining features. Let's talk about antlers. They are, without a doubt, the most iconic feature of a deer, and they have a fascinating evolutionary story all their own. Found on the males of most deer species, antlers are not horns. They are bony structures that are grown and shed every single year, a metabolically expensive process. So, why do it? The answer lies in sexual selection. For millions of years, females have favored males with larger, more impressive antlers. Why? Because a big, symmetrical rack of antlers is an honest signal of a male's health, strength, and genetic quality. It shows he's well-fed, free from disease, and strong enough to carry that heavy head. Antlers became a tool for competition, used in displays of dominance and, when necessary, ritualized combat with rival males for mating rights. The incredible diversity we see today, from the massive, palmated antlers of a moose, perfect for battling in open tundra, to the small, sharp antlers of a roe deer, suited for fights in dense woodland, is a direct result of millions of years of evolutionary refinement, shaped by habitat, social structure, and the timeless drive to reproduce. But evolution isn't just about physical traits. It's also about behavior. And deer are highly social animals. While some species are solitary, many form herds. And this behavior is a direct evolutionary response to the pressures of predation. There's safety in numbers, after all. A herd means more eyes and ears to detect a lurking predator. And in the event of an attack, the confusion of fleeing animals can give each individual a better chance of escape. This social structure isn't random chaos, either. Within these herds, complex social hierarchies develop, often determined by a combination of age, body size, and, of course, antler development in males. These hierarchies reduce constant fighting and establish order, allowing for more efficient, cooperative foraging and raising of young. This intricate social web is just as much a product of natural selection as their long legs or specialized teeth, proving that survival is not just about being the strongest, but also about being the most cooperative. One of the deer's greatest superpowers is its digestive system. They are ruminants, which means they have a four-chambered stomach designed to extract every last bit of nutrition from tough plant material. This is a crucial adaptation. It allows them to eat a huge variety of vegetation leaves, twigs, bark, grasses, and shrubs. Think about how important that is. When food is scarce in the winter, a deer can survive by eating bark and woody stems that other herbivores can't digest. This digestive flexibility is what allowed deer to push into new and challenging environments, from the arid plains of Africa to the snow-covered mountains of the Rockies. Their stomach is like a highly efficient fermentation vat, using microorganisms to break down cellulose. This system is so effective that it allows them to eat quickly in a dangerous, open area, then retreats to a safe, covered spot to chew their cud, further breaking down the food and absorbing nutrients. This ability to make a meal out of almost any plant matter is a cornerstone of their global success. The Pleistocene epoch, the Great Ice Age, presented the ultimate test of survival. Massive glaciers advanced and retreated, dramatically altering landscapes and climates. This period of extreme environmental fluctuation forced deer populations to adapt or perish. And adapt they did. Take the reindeer, or caribou, for example. They evolved thick, hollow hair fur for incredible insulation, and broad hooves that act like snowshoes to travel across deep snow. Most famously, they developed long-distance migratory behaviors, traveling hundreds of miles to follow the seasons and find food, a strategy that allows them to thrive in the harsh Arctic tundra. Meanwhile, species in more temperate regions developed different strategies to cope with changing forests and resources. The fossil record from this time also reveals some of the evolutionary experiments that didn't make it, like the incredible Irish elk. This giant, with antlers stretching up to 12 feet wide, was a marvel of scale. While its extinction was likely complex, tied to climate change and habitat loss, it shows how evolution can sometimes push traits to an extreme that becomes unsustainable when conditions change. These ancient stories, frozen in time, teach us about the fine balance between adaptation and extinction. Today, the descendants of those ancient ruminants are found on every continent except Australia and Antarctica. Their evolutionary journey has been nothing short of spectacular. They've diversified into a breathtaking array of species, from the tiny, dog's-eye muntjac hiding in the jungles of Asia to the colossal moose, the largest deer species on Earth, wading through North American wetlands. This incredible diversity is a testament to their adaptability, intelligence, and sheer resilience. Deer are not just passive inhabitants of their environments, they are keystone species that actively shape them. Their browsing influences the growth and composition of forests. They serve as a crucial food source for large predators like wolves and tigers, and their movements help disperse seeds. They are an integral part of the health and balance of ecosystems all over the world. So, the next time you catch a glimpse of a deer, remember the epic story it represents. Every graceful movement, every cautious glance, every magnificent antler is the result of a 40-million-year saga of survival. From the tiny forest dwellers of the Eocene to the diverse and widespread species of today, the evolution of deer is a powerful story of adaptation against all odds. They are a living, breathing testament to the power of natural selection to refine form and function, creating some of the most elegant and successful animals to ever walk the earth. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through time. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the natural world. Let us know in the comments which animal's evolutionary story you'd like to see next. See you in the next video.